concerning your sleep other than your lack of it? Like, do you have insomnia, sleep paralysis, things like that that are really concerning medical conditions? Alright, that's it for your sleep questions. Now we're going to get into your examination and your trigger test, okay? Okay, now for your examination and your trigger test, I might touch you. Touch you. Touch you. Is that okay? Am I allowed to touch you? Touch you, touch you. Touch you, touch you, touch you. Okay, no. Don't worry. I will definitely put gloves on for that part, okay? Alright, now let me put my gloves on and we can get into the examination, okay? Alright. Alright. I have my handy dandy gloves on. And we're going to get started with the examination. First thing I'm going to do is just take a look at your facial features, especially your eyes, and maybe the droopiness of your eyes, your eyebrows, and your cheeks, okay? Okay, now please just relax. Do not tense up any facial muscles for me, okay? Okay, let me just take a look. Okay. Yes, at first sight, nothing really sticks out for me. I'm just going to take another look with my flashlight just to make sure I'm not missing anything in this eye. Yes, yeah. Okay, no, nothing's sticking out yet. Okay. Yes, nothing is sticking out, which is good. Now, next, I am going to measure the droopiness of your face. Now, I don't mean this in a bad way. Our face just naturally has a resting state, okay? I'm gonna measure this now, and I'll measure this afterwards to make sure our trigger test really does put you in a sleepy mood, okay? Alright, so let's take our measurements. Alright, relax for me. Okay. Let's get the next one. Relax. Alright, let's get this measurement right here. Alright, and now we're gonna get the droopiness of your cheeks, okay? Alright, right here. Alright, I'm just going to write those measurements down, okay? Oh, don't worry. Yes, I remember them all. Listen, you do this long enough and your memory is perfect. So let me just write that down, okay? Alright. Got my clipboard right here. Let's measure those face measurements down. Alright, perfect. Now I am going to take your blood pressure, okay? Now when you are sleeping, your blood pressure is a little bit lower. So if you are in a sleepy state, your blood pressure will be lower than what it is now, okay? Alright, so go ahead and stick your arm in the hole for me. Thank you. And I'm just going to click a little bit and it's going to get tighter, okay? Alright, I just want to warn you about that. So, yes, you do feel the pressure, okay? And it's going to release very shortly. There we go. And let me read your blood pressure. It is a healthy blood pressure, okay? So nothing to worry about there. Now, when I take it later, it should be lower if the sleep clinic worked perfectly. slow tapping for you. Some fast tapping. Aggressive. And soft. Okay, all right, good. Our next item is a little bit more solid, okay? So they might be a little bit louder. Some soft tapping. Some hard tapping. Fast. Aggressive. The bottom of the jar. All right, and our last item in this section, a bottle, okay? Some soft tapping. Hard. My mom's like this. All right. How did that section fare overall on a scale of 1 to 10? Remember, 1 being wide awake and 10 being extremely, extremely, extremely sleepy. Okay. Which one was your favorite? Okay. And rate your favorite on a scale of 1 to 10 for me. Perfect. Now let's move on to some rubbing, okay? All right. Now I first want to start off with this. And I'm just going to slowly rub. Slowly. Remember, relax for me. Some faster rubbing. A little bit more aggressive. Okay, all right. Now let's move on to our next item in the rubbing section is this brush right here. I'm just going to rub this on a surface, and section is the touching section, and I know I just took my gloves off, but I will put them back on for you because I want you to be comfortable. Comfortable, okay? Yes, I will touch your face in this section, so let me just get my gloves and I'll be right back, okay? Alright, my gloves are back on. Don't worry, a fresh pair, of course. Now let's get into the touching section. I'm going to start off where I last finished with the brush, okay? Yes, I'm just going to brush you a little bit, if that's okay with you. Yes, I want you to be comfortable with this part. So I'm just going to brush, 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 stip, 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 and a back, and a back, and a back, and a back, brush, 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 brush. Okay, now I am going to get into the serious touching part, and I'm just going to touch your face. Touch, touch, touch. Going to flutter and lightly pat. I'm going to leave out the aggressiveness for this part, of course, but pat, lightly, pat, and rubbity rub. Other side, rubbity rub, rubbity rub, pat, just lightly, the lightness of a feather, light. Alright, now that that's over, we have one more in the touching, and it's a little bit of scooping, okay? So I'm just going to scoop, 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 scoop. Just gonna scoop. Scoop, 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 scoop. Alright, that section is over. How would you rate that on a scale of 1 to 10? Wow, really? Okay, fair to say you like that one. Favorite trigger? Yes, you can have 2. Okay, and how would you rate those 2 triggers on a scale of 1 to 10? side so you can really compare. This one I can even spray. Alright. How did you like that one? Oh, okay. I see. Favorite one? Oh, okay, I see. And I guess, how would you rate that? Right, I guess since there wasn't a favorite, you wouldn't really rate it. Alright, so safe to say, looking at my chart, that you really like the touching. Okay, so I'm just going to do that one more time and then I will give you a final examination. Well, of course, I would want you to be the most relaxed after I do my final examination. So we'll go back to the touching, okay? Alright. We're just going to pat, and touchy, touch. Oh, let's get some scooping in there. Just going to scoop a big one. Scoop. Can't really get that one right there. Look at you. You look super duper relaxed. Now I'm going to do my final examination and compare all the numbers, okay? Alright, go ahead and stick your arm in the blood pressure machine. Thank you. And I'm just going to click a little bit and you'll feel some pressure, okay? Yes, just mentally warning you. And it's going to let go pretty soon, right here. Alright, let's look at that reading. And just like that, it's a little bit lower. You can go ahead and let your arm out. I'm going to just measure a few things. Let's look for the droopiness of your eye. Okay. Interesting. Let's look at your cheeks. Alright. Let me look at your eyes again. Now, I didn't find anything abnormal about your eyes the first time around, so I don't expect anything crazy this time around. And no, nothing crazy this time around. But let me compare those notes and those numbers of the droopiness of your eyes, okay? Okay. Let's get that. Alright, I'm comparing and it looks like your face is a little bit more droopy now, which means that the sleep clinic did work. But last test is your temperature. So go ahead and open. Thank you. Stick it in there. Okay. And I'm getting 96. Wow. That is definitely lower than before. So it looks like the sleep clinic works. And it looks like you know which triggers really make you sleepy, huh? Yes, I am happy to help. And if you are having any more trouble sleeping, you are more than welcome to find your way back always doing so well.